I'm Greg Shapiro, and let's clear up trans rights. Democratic senators demand reversal of Trump-era transgender prison policy amid safety concerns. 3 Democratic U.S. senators, Edward Markey, along with Jeff Merkley and Mazie Hirono, sent a letter to Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche and Federal Bureau of Prisons Director William Marshall III, criticizing changes tied to Trump's Executive Order 14168. The policy changes, introduced last year, rolled back Biden-era protections for transgender inmates. According to the senators, the new rules require prison staff to use pronouns based on what the policy calls biological sex, and they suspend gender-related accommodations and restrict access to gender-affirming care. The senators also warned that the policies could increase mental health crises and suicide risk among incarcerated transgender people. The changes include bans on federal funding for gender-affirming treatments and restrictions on clothing, cosmetics, wigs, and other gender-affirming items. A later Bureau of Prisons directive also prohibited gender-affirming care even when privately funded. The senators requested answers from the Bureau of Prisons, including BOP plans to monitor and assess the impacts of recent policies on gender-affirming medical and psychiatric care. The letter asks for a count of transgender, nonbinary, intersex, and gender-diverse individuals transferred to a different facility since January 20th, 2025 on account of their gender, and also asks for details of how the Bureau of Prisons will protect the physical and emotional health and safety of incarcerated transgender individuals since it has stopped enforcing Prison Rape Elimination Act and more. The senators also want to know if the Bureau plans to form a specific process through which trans individuals can seek assistance or lodge complaints concerning harms they experience due to the recent policies. The deadline set by the senators for the Bureau of Prisons' response to their questions is coming up. It's May 21st. Wow. I mean, we should be grateful to have caring and concerned senators such as Edward Markey, Jeff Merkley, and Mazie Hirono speaking out on this matter. But does anyone think that Attorney General Todd, Blanche, really cares about what happens to transgender people incarcerated? I mean, did anybody think that for a minute they would even care about them? Obviously, Trump and his Heritage Foundation cronies, who probably crafted all the language of these rules, they don't care. So why do you think that these other people would care?
I mean, I do believe that if people of this country truly commit crimes and truly are guilty, they should, serve their time as appropriate. However, it is a fact that there are a tremendous number of abuses that are illegal within the system, and whatever rights prisoners have, according to the law, are so often taken away. And to imagine being transgender, where even a lot of transgender people are basically incarcerated when they're not even in jail in this society. Right. So to then, it's almost to me as if they're being incarcerated twice and punished twice, or even worse. So I echo you. Thank you to any politicians, senators who actually stand up and, fight for not just the rights of prisoners, but also the trans community. And by the way, I always think about, in my mind, there are innocent people who are stuck in that system as well, in the system as well. So we've got to have rights. Yes. Yeah. Wow. Thank you so much for that story, Greg. There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support, please, our LGBTQ stories by sharing them and subscribing to Queer News Tonight.